Hello everybody, this is Debo at Debo's Movie Reviews here, and today I'm going to review Rambo 4, or what should have been the last one because the fifth one was absolute dog shit. I mean, I'll just count this as a twofer because mostly Rambo 4 and 5, Last Blood. I gotta give it to Rambo 4. Now this what right here was was epic. I mean, kind of just a bit surprised that given the long period between Rambo 3 and this one, about like a 20-year span, which in the fourth one had our hero at in Burma, just living as a hermit, and occasionally does like boat guiding and stick fighting, about like how he did in the third movie. But this one, instead of an errand or favor for his dear departed friend Colonel Troutman, who only appeared in flashback because Richard Carrera died long ago, and they, out of respect, they decided not to do a replacement for the character. Although next sequel franchise should have been better if it was like a prequel to Troutman, or like a one, yeah, prequel to Troutman, like training it, like if he trained a young Rambo and others during the war and all, in Fort Bragg and all, and develop and see how their relationship developed and all. Hell, with 4, I gotta give it to excellent. Had a better cast because not just Stallone as Rambo, but with Ken Howard and the beautiful Julie Benz, who just stood out, definitely stand out, underrated actress. Hell, gotta give it to her. Well, throughout the movie, being the one woman that convinced Rambo to do what she needed to, even pro bono, and got her and her missionaries to Burma, which is of course was a war zone. They get kidnapped, and Rambo leads another team of mercs up there just to do some revenge and all. And I gotta give it to him. Epic, and the whole infamous quote of "Live for nothing, die for something." Man, talk about one of the most badass lines of film history. And of course, with 4, I gotta say, compared to the hits of the '80s, was the violence in this one makes the other ones look like Mr. Rogers. I mean, talk about most graphic adaptation Rambo 4 was compared to 5 with Last Blood, which I'm gonna honestly say was most of the good parts of the trailer. But back to 4 for a moment, where it had like the epic, between the bow and arrow and the pistol, and that old argument with one of the missionaries, I meant to say, where he said, one tried to say, I know what missionary tried to say, I know what you thought you did was right, but blah blah blah, kind of deal. But I gotta say, 4 had the better story and all, and just stood out. And I mean, just action, characters, and and of course the Rambo signature brand of bloody jungle violence, which I'm going to give Rambo 4 a 5 out of 5. But now let's get to the 5. I want to say, great. It was It was a great concept, one that should have been like done like the 90s or the 80s. Deal with following the events of four. If Rambo 4 took place in like the 90s or something, where he did some missions and stuff in Burma, and then come full circle and decide to come home to Bowie, Arizona, which this one takes place. The fifth one, I meant to say, takes place, and of course, great, excellent, great concept of where it's like Rambo versus a drug cartel to one that's pretty much a rehash of films like Taken and a few others I'm brain farting on right now, where it is made. I can't remember if she was that was in her. I can't remember if it was her niece or her daughter or something, but because I pretty much only saw it once and wasn't really impressed. But yeah, she gets kidnapped and of course, and then Rambo tries to save her. She dies, and then you'd think declare war on that. And it starts off more like just booby traps and a Winchester, which which of course would have thought that would have been a great concept. Which once again, Rambo Last Blood, great concept, piss poor execution. Even David Morrell was embarrassed by it. And of course, I gotta admit how it did have a good soundtrack with the whole deal with 5 to 1 by the Doors. It's a hell of a lot better than that trailer with Old Town Road. But yeah, should have been had like him setting up his ranch as a booby trap and all. He could have just been like him just going around Mexico and just getting intel and then going all out on the cartels and all. Hell, given that logic, I'm surprised Danny Trejo wasn't in it as a villain or something. I mean, concept like this would have made more sense if it was like directed by Robert Rodriguez or someone of that caliber. But this right here, I've seen straight to video Seagal movies and ones with Lundgren that were better than this. I mean, I have to put Rambo Last Blood among the worst action movies. Second to Bloodshot. I mean, you had the R rating, unlike Bloodshot. At least Rambo had the R rating to go all out, but nah. It was just a lot of good parts of trailer scenes, and I had to say it, but sorry, Sly, but in the words of Danny Glover, you're too old for the shit. I mean, and I say this as a fan. I mean, I loved your movies and all, but it was a flop to the point I'm going to say Rambo 4, 5 out of 5. Rambo Last Blood, 1 star dog shit, absolute dog shit of a movie. That'll do it for this week. I'll keep dishing out reviews and coming up with ideas and all. So, stay subscribed and keep following, and I'll keep dishing them out.